Hi guys, if you're watching this, that means a Nintendo Direct just dropped, so I'm going to give you my predictions. Before we get started, I want to say that I know there is a thing on my nose. I actually ran into a sliding glass door, but it's healing, so my nose should be back to itself in no time. Alright, back to the video. As is with tradition, and like many of my other peers, I will be streaming the Nintendo Direct when it happens, so look out for that. Now, I'm only gonna say this once, but you should hype responsibly. Don't have your expectations too high. It leads to disappointment at the end, so have your expectations, a little bit in the middle. So without further ado, let's get into my predictions, and feel free to let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Now, this video is gonna work like an iceberg video. On the top we have the safe predictions, in the middle we have middle of the road predictions, and in the bottom we have unrealistic or pipe dream kind of predictions. Now, first on the list is the safe prediction. This section is for games that are going to be more than likely in the direct. Alright, the first one being Super Mario RPG will be shown since the game is coming out soon, and a lot of people like myself will love to see more gameplay, quality of life improvements, and maybe something more extra that they're adding to the game. I am really excited for Super Mario RPG. It's my first time playing it and I just can't wait. So more news will be welcomed. Now, the next one is a bit more Mario Wonder will be shown, but I don't think it will be big because it got its own direct. So I think it's just going to be part of the sizzle reel, or just to remind people that the game is coming out. I also think that Star Ocean's second story will be shown in more detail, highlighting the new changes and quality of life improvements. Alright, I know this section is for safe predictions, but this is my video, so I'm willing to take a risk with it. And if it doesn't happen, feel free to give me an L. But I really think that they're going for a Star Ocean demo. Not only that, I think it's going to release on the day of the Nintendo Direct. The reason is because a lot of Square Enix games do demos now, which I really love. I really appreciate that. And since Live a Live Triangle Strategy and both Octopath Traveler games got a demo, I highly think Star Ocean will get a demo. And also, a lot of people don't know about Star Ocean, so having a demo and getting that exposure would do it very good. But like I said, it might not happen, and again, you could give me an L for that, but I strongly believe it will happen. My next prediction is Splatoon 3's long-awaited DLC expansion will be shown at this direct. And since the first anniversary of Splatoon just passed, I feel it's perfect that they announce something, and hopefully it won't just be a reskin of the lobby or anything. It will actually have some content. But that being said, I really hope it doesn't take a majority of the direct, because I have other games I want to see too. And the last thing in the safe predictions is the last Mario Kart wave being shown, along with some new NSO games. Alright, so that was all the safe predictions. Now to the middle of the road predictions. This is like a 50-50 toss-up, so either it will happen or it won't happen, and a lot of this is coming from information I've seen around on Twitter. Now, first is the Untitled Peach game. I think they're going to title it properly, and I just can't wait. I love Super Princess Peach, and I want to see more Peach being in the spotlight. Now, this is something not part of the predictions, but I do hope it's a magical girl type of game where Peach changes outfits for different occasions. That would be so cool. That would be awesome. And she has her own transformation sequence. I would love that. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not, but a magical girl Peach game would be amazing. But yeah, I think it's gonna get a title and hopefully some more footage and gameplay. The next one is the Switch version of Luigi's Mansion 2 will be shown. I hope we see improvements that were made besides the graphics, along with the release date as well. Now, this is where the 50-50 toss-up comes in play, because I think Deca Police will be shown in a direct, but not this direct. The reason is the Tokyo Game Show is happening soon, and Level 5 Games announced their lineup of games. So again, having Deca Police could be a toss-up. The same could be said for the next Fantasy Life, but I think it might show itself a little bit in the direct. Now, the next predictions are more of an informed speculation as well, with the recent trend of GameCube games being re-released. The GameCube is my favorite console because it was my first console. Now, I I've been hearing different thoughts about Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, F-Zero GX, and Metroid Prime 3. Now, a new remake of Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door is amazing if they announce it. I would be so happy because it is one of my favorite RPGs out there and I just love it. Alright Mandy, calm down. I can't get too hyped because it leads to disappointment. But a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake would be so good. If you want to hear my thoughts about remakes, I did a video on which games should be remade for the Switch. Feel free to watch that video after this one. But it's not only Paper Mario, it's F-Zero and Metroid Prime 2. Now I think Metroid Prime 2 is a given because they did Metroid Prime 1, so why would they withhold 2? Then again, it's Nintendo, I don't really know. Now I can't say which game specifically is coming, but let's hope whatever it is, everyone will be happy. Or they might announce that the Thousand Year Door remake is coming to the Switch during the Direct, which I highly doubt, but that would be so peak. And then there is the Shadow Drop. Nintendo might Shadow Drop anything during the Direct or after or before it, so keep an eye on Twitter for that. So watch out for those Shadow Drops. Nintendo loves to do that. Alright, now to the last tier, the way out predictions. This category is just a girl could dream category. These are probably not gonna make it, and it's just me huffing some copium or something. Now for the first one, it's something that I thought would happen, and that is the new Nintendo Switch or the successor, whatever, gets released and stuff. But then as I think about it, it doesn't really make sense. I was talking to a friend about it and they said, why would they release a new console in the middle of September with no fanfare? It'll probably be on its own Direct. And I was just like, yeah, that kind of makes more sense. Remember when the Switch came out and you had Mario behind that curtain thing looking creepy, all that hype and build up? I think they're gonna do that with the next Nintendo console because they can't afford not to go all out with it. Remember the Wii U? So no, I don't think the new Nintendo is going to be announced, though if they do, I'll be all in for it. My next out-of-pocket prediction will be a remake of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Now this is really hype. A lot of people have been saying things about it, so I feel like it could kind of make it. It would be so awesome to have this as a remake. Alright, number 1 is it never got released in the West. Number 2, it has a cool name, Genealogy of the Holy War sounds epic. And number 3, a lot of people don't know who Sigurd is. So when they encountered him in Fire Emblem Engage, they're like, who is this guy? Is he Mart's kid or something? Dad? So I feel like a remake is well overdue for this one. And in the Fire Emblem community, it is a fan favorite. Though if they don't do Genealogy of the Holy War, I feel like they'll do a remake of Awakening, which is equally hype. I don't really mind. Now this is a wild card, but I think a Xenoblade Warriors game would be so peak. Number 1, they have a lot of characters. Number 2, Xenoblade has been more popular than ever. And number 3, it's just fun. Nintendo Warriors games are always so fun. Think about it for a second. Zelda has 2, Fire Emblem has 2, and it would just make sense that Xenoblade would get one as well. And with Xenoblade taking place in a sci-fi environment, it would be easy to insert it in a non-canonical way where all the characters are there, kind of like how they have it in game where you do the arena battles, but instead you're in a Warriors game. It could be like the Zohar made a different dimension somewhere and that's where they all fight, something like that. But if not Xenoblade, I feel like a Zelda Warriors game is due for Tears of a Kingdom. They did one for Breath of the Wild, so they may do one for Tears of a Kingdom. Now my last wacky prediction is they finally released the HD remakes of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Free my games, free them Nintendo, please. Right now they are stuck on the Wii U, and a lot of first party Wii U games are getting to the Switch, but these two are just sitting there. I'm like, why are you waiting, Nintendo? They're even in HD, you don't have to do much. Please just port them to the Switch, but they never do. So I'm hoping that we get at least one ported to the Switch. So that is it for my predictions. Now it's your turn to tell me yours. Now if you like this video, hit that like button, I would appreciate it. And you like this channel and want to see more, then smash that subscribe button. I want to get to 6K by the end of the year, and I think we could do it. All my social media is in the description down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace.